Hey, what's up, guys? It's a Sports Blitz here, and we're back with another NFL mock draft. Before I get into it, guys, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Um, Guys, if you could help me reach 1,350 subscribers, I'd really appreciate that. We're about 25 away. I think we can do that within the next, 2, 3 days. So if you could help me out with that, that'd be awesome. But yeah, just a one round mock today. No trades in this one, unfortunately. Um, I don't know if there's going to be any trades within the first round. I think it's possible. There's definitely some teams that can and will probably try to trade in the first round, but it's not guaranteed. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get on into it. So, number one, I have the Jaguars taking Aiden Hutchinson. I kind of think he's the solidified number one pick here. Just kind of my opinion. Um, yeah, going to number two. I'm not buying all the smoke on KT. I think the Lions take him. I think they like him, and I think he's going to be a good player. I do think he's neck and neck there with Jermaine Johnson for me. I really love Jermaine Johnson. I love his upside. I think he can potentially be the best pass rusher in this league, or not in the league, in the draft. I think KT just has a little bit better run support. That's why they're so close for me. But yeah, I think the Lions really like him, and I think they'll get KT here. Number three, I have the Texans taking Kyle Hamilton. I mean, obviously they let Justin Reed walk in free agency. They really need to rebuild that defense, get that defense as good as possible. And, well, Kyle Hamilton's definitely an amazing prospect to do so. So, number four, I have the Jets taking Jermaine Johnson. Like I said, I love this kid. I really think he can be the best pure pass rusher in this draft. He's so quick off the edge. He has a lethal spin move. Really good swim move. Just really fun to watch. Those of you asking why I didn't go Trayvon Walker, I do like Walker a lot too. I like his versatility to be able to play inside, but I don't think his upside is quite as high as Jermaine Johnson. And I think the Jets are in a spot where they don't really want to go with necessarily a safe pick, but rather a guy that can definitely become an absolute star in this league, if that makes sense. And I think Jermaine Johnson's that guy. Number five, I have the Giants taking Evan Neal. I don't think I have to explain this one too much. I think most Giants fans like it. Six, I have the Panthers going Malik Willis. I mean, they really need a new quarterback. I think this is going to be a do-or-die year for Matt Rule. And really, I like their GM, Scott Fitterer, quite a bit. I think he is a really good GM. I think he knows what he's doing. Yeah, some of the trades he's made are a little questionable. I think maybe he needs to be a little bit less aggressive with the trades. But I really like his signings. I think he knows how to build that team. And getting Malik Willis, yeah, while this year may not be a year he, puts up 40 touchdowns, I think he's going to be an upgrade over Sam Darnold even this year. I think it'll lead to more wins. And ultimately, I think it may end up saving Matt Rule's job. I don't know. But then number seven here, I have the Giants taking Sauce Gardner. And I mean, I don't know how anybody wouldn't want Sauce Gardner. I mean, this is just a best player available type of situation. He didn't allow a single touchdown in college. I think he'll be really good in the NFL as well. And I mean, I don't know that I can predict him to be, like a Jalen Ramsey level player, but he's going to be a solid corner. He's going to be a really good corner. And I think the Giants would love to pull the trigger on that. Number 8, I have the Falcons going with Trayvon Walker. Like I said, really good player. I think he deserves to go top 10. He's also really fast off the edge. I like his versatility to be able to play inside. It'll be interesting to see where he ends up in the NFL. Because based off his build and his speed, he seems like he should be more of, a pure edge rusher. But he's strong enough that he's been able to get away with playing inside as well. So I'm interested in seeing how he does in the NFL. But number 9, I have the Seahawks going with Ikem Ekwonu. Now, I really debated on Charles Cross right here just because I think Cross is the better pass blocker, while Icky is the better run blocker. And the Seahawks historically, or at least over the last, 7-8 years, have been more of a passing team. But I don't know how much longer Pete Carroll is going to be there. And I feel like a lot of the newer head coaches, especially coming into a situation that don't have a franchise quarterback right away, I feel like they want to, get better at running the ball first. So yeah, maybe making a few assumptions here, but that's how I see it. I think Icky is the better overall tackle, so it's kind of a best player available scenario for them as well. Number 10, I have the Jets taking Garrett Wilson. I mean, do I even need to explain myself here? Like, I think I'm comfortable saying now he's the best receiver in the league, or in the draft. Why do I keep saying the league? In the draft. I mean, he's so fast. He ran a 4.38 or 4.39. I get his and Chris Olave's times mixed up, but he's an insanely good route runner. He's super fast, really good hands, just insanely talented receiver. So I think the Jets would definitely love to get him. So sorry, you can kind of see the next 2 picks here because of the scrolling, but I have the Washingtons again going Derek Stingley. I mentioned before, I did not like their secondary from last year. They need some major upgrades, and I think Derek Stingley would be a big upgrade. So then we have the Minnesota Vikings going Jordan Davis. Another situation that's best player available. I think the Vikings, if either Sauce Gardner or Derek Stingley were to be on the board here, I feel like they'd probably go with one of them. But in this scenario, which I really don't see either of them being on the board here, I think Jordan Davis is the best guy for them to go with, especially after losing Michael Pierce in free agency. 13, I have the Texans going Drake London. Davis Mills, I think he showed us quite a bit this last year. He looked pretty solid. Get him a good red zone target. I think that'll really help his touchdown numbers and ultimately lead to more wins. I think Drake London would be an awesome red zone target for him, while Brandon Cooks is, an amazing route runner, super fast, and, will help them get down the field. So I really like that combination. Sorry, you can kind of see the next 2 picks again. Ravens going Andrew Booth. I've had this pick a few times. I think I've explained it to you guys a few times. I don't get all of the hate around Andrew Booth. Really, really fast, lengthy, tall corner. Again, I don't see him doing super well against, the super big receivers like Mike Evans. Guys that can, really get up there and beat him in contested catches, basically. but I think he'll do really well at keeping up with the talented route runners, the speedier receivers, guys like that. I think he's a good fit for the Ravens. 15, I have the Eagles going Devin Lloyd again. I really don't see this changing, guys. I love the idea of Devin Lloyd to the Eagles. 16, I have the Saints going Charles Cross. I mean, they just let their franchise left tackle walk in free agency. I have a hard time believing they're going to just sit back and let that happen. So I think they're eyeing down Charles Cross right here, and I think they'd love to take him. So 17, I have the Chargers then going Trevor Penning. Obviously, if the Saints were to go a different direction and Charles Cross would still be on the board, the Chargers, I think, would definitely go Cross. I don't see any way he makes it past 17. But yeah, I think the Chargers go tackle. That's my biggest prediction. Unless Jordan Davis is on the board and they decide they like him more. In every other scenario, I see them going tackle. 18, I have the Eagles now going Devontae Wyatt. I mean, I don't know how much longer Fletcher Cox is going to be playing. I'll be honest, this may be his last year. Even then, I mean, they could use a little bit of help on the D-line. I know it's not the biggest position of need, but Devontae Wyatt is just an absolute monster. I mean, okay. You have him, Fletcher Cox, and Javon Hargrave. Nobody's running on that D-line. Nobody. And especially after Fletcher Cox retires, you have a really good replacement there. So, I don't know. I really like the idea of him to Philadelphia. I know there's receivers on the board like Jameson Williams they could have gone with right here. Or you could even argue, maybe Chris Olave. But I really like Devontae Wyatt to the Eagles. So, number 9, I have the Saints going Chris Olave. He's a lot like Garrett Wilson. Really good route runner, really fast, good hands. Yeah, I think he honestly has made CJ Stroud look better than he is, to be honest. I'm not going to get too far into that until after the draft this year, though. Take it one draft at a time. But yeah, no, Chris Olave is really talented. I think he'd be lethal in the Saints system. 20, I have the Steelers taking Kenny Pickett. Now, I like Mitch Trubisky. I think he's more talented than people give him credit for. But I don't really see him as ever being a quarterback that's going to, take you to the Super Bowl, I think Kenny Pickett, I think he has a higher upside than everybody says. I really do. He's got a stronger arm than people give him credit for. I know he's not going to hurl the ball 65 yards down the field, but he can throw a 50-yard ball down the field super accurately. Really good decision maker. He honestly reminds me a little bit of Josh Allen coming out of Wyoming. Again, not quite as strong of an arm, but knows how to read a defense. Has pretty dang good mobility. I don't think his mobility gets talked about enough either. I really like Pickett's mobility there. So, 21, I have the Patriots going Trent McDuffie. This is their J.C. Jackson replacement. Don't need to talk much more about that. 22, I have the Packers going Jameson Williams. I don't see him falling any farther than the Packers. I think him and Aaron Rodgers would be a lethal combination. 23, I have the Cardinals going Khair Elam. My best remaining corner on the board. I love this kid. I've talked him up quite a bit. I just love this kid. He is insanely talented. 24, I have the Cowboys going Zion Johnson. I think they really want to rebuild that offensive line and, you know, get it back to being elite. And I think Zion Johnson can be elite. Then the Bills go Tyler Linderbaum. You know, obviously they signed Roger Saffold in free agency. Obviously they're looking to fix up the offensive line. I think they're seeing that, hey, we're not doing so great at running the ball, and it's putting a lot of pressure on Josh Allen. Maybe we should fix the offensive line so we can run the ball. And I think Linderbaum would be, you know, a really big addition there. So then I have the Titans going George Karlaftis. I like Karlaftis quite a bit. I don't necessarily see him with an insanely high upside, but where the Titans already have guys like Harold Landry that, you know, are proven pass rushers, I think you can take a risk on a guy like George Karlaftis because, I'll be honest, I think Karlaftis is going to be a better run stopper. He'll be solid in pass rush. I could see him maybe getting 5-6 sacks his rookie year, but he's really going to excel in stopping the run. That's where I see him there for the Titans. 27 for the Bucks, I'm going Kenyon Green. I mean, Ali Marpet retired. They need some interior line help now, so Kenyon Green would be an awesome player to fix that. Then the Packers going Treylon Burks, doubling up on wide receiver. And I think, honestly, Jameson Williams and Treylon Burks, like, I like that combination. Williams is going to be that really speedy, you know, receiver that burns everybody downfield. Treylon Burks is going to be that, you know, really big contested catch type of receiver that is going to rack up touchdowns, you know, in the end zone. Nasty combination there. Then 29, I have the Chiefs going Jahan Dotson. I really like him. He's fast. He plays a lot bigger than he really is. Like, his tape has really impressed me. Yeah, I don't think I have to say much more about that. I'm impressed by him. Then the Chiefs going Daxton Hill right here. Basically their Tyrann Mathieu replacement. 31, I have the Bengals going Nakobe Dean. This is the best player available type of situation. Where the Bengals have fixed up their offensive line so much in free agency, I don't really see a whole lot of needs for the Bengals. So I think they are in a position where they really can draft best player available. And Dean is definitely an awesome player to do so. And then the Lions, lastly, go with Lewis Cine from Georgia. I debated on going Roger McCreary right here as well. I think both of those guys would make excellent additions to that secondary and that defense in general. But I feel like Dan Campbell would love to have, you know, a good coverage, but also a good coverage safety that is also a hard hitter. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard for me to say. And I think Lewis Cine is a good fit there. Jaquan Brisker also fits the mold. I mean, you can really rotate them out here. I mean, if you like Jaquan Brisker more, I mean, I understand that. Overall, I probably like Brisker more, but Lewis Cine, I think, is a harder hitting safety, and I think Dan Campbell, you know, would like that grittiness in a player. So, but yeah, guys, that's all I have for today's mock draft. Let me know what you think of it in the comment section below. Again, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Later.